Hello. I've said it throughout this workshop, and I have to say it again. The number one responsibility of a leader is to create other leaders. Welcome to today's fifth lesson about the fifth pillar and phase of equipping others for success. Before we begin, let's review the steps and talk about what each step does. The first step is the model phase, and this is where you or I, as the leader, set the example and model the behavior and attitude we want for our team. The second pillar and phase is the recruiting step, where we recruit someone to do what we are modeling. The third pillar is the training phase, where we do the work and model the attitude for that recruit. We do it, and they are with us at this stage. The fourth pillar is the coaching stage, where the work shifts to the recruit, but we stay with them, coaching and offering direction while answering their questions about the task. The fifth pillar, and the one we will focus on today, is the empowering phase, where we release them to do the work on their own. The final pillar is the reproduction phase, and this is where the process is repeated, with the one we empower to begin the process with someone they recruit. Let's dive into today's lesson about pillar number 5, the empowerment phase, where the person or group of people we have recruited, trained, and coached now do the work on their own. We must remain available for them, but we don't stay with them at this stage. Look at number 1 in your guide. At this phase, we let them dream and then let them lead. It's our role to sow the vision, but the ultimate goal is to sow into our team and let their creative imaginations grow alongside that vision. Keep in mind, there is always more mind power available to accomplish the goal when the leader unleashes the team to dream. Each person on the team has their own dream for their own life, and if they give you part of their life to help you accomplish your dream, it's not only fair to let them dream, it's the right thing to do. All leaders dream, and that's what a leadership team does together. An ill-equipped dreamer is dangerous to your team, but one who has been well-trained and coached up to this point is a powerhouse. Number 2 in your guide asks, is your team as well as your volunteers the dream team? Staying true to the organization's ultimate vision is the leader's job, but it's also the leader's job to inspire and empower his or her team to dream of achieving it. Why do we as leaders have such a hard time empowering leaders? John C. Maxwell says that one of the reasons why leaders don't empower other leaders is lack of time. So the first reason listed in your guide is lack of time. But we have to remember that an investment in the team today comes back tomorrow. Just like any investment, investing time is required to receive a return, and it's the leader's responsibility to take the time to invest strategically. In your guide, another reason we fail to inspire our team to dream is that we love doing it ourselves. We love the work, and that's a good thing, but let's face it, there are some things we love doing more than others, and being good at them is probably what got us into our current leadership role. We often enjoy it so much that we don't want to let it go, and we sometimes believe we do it better than most. That may or may not be true, but holding on to that power will eventually become our own ball and chain. Remember, you can't do the task you're required to do, and that is to take the team and organization to the next level until you empower someone else to do what you are doing. Next in your guide, sometimes leaders fail to inspire their teams because of a lack of security. If we lack the self-confidence and self-esteem to release power and authority, our ego is controlling our thinking and actions. Think about it. As a leader, do you lead to be the best at a task, or do you lead others so you can all be the best on the team at what you do? A true, mature leader helps others do more than they believe they can. They stretch people, and as a leader, you must stretch beyond your ego. Remember what Mark Twain said, "It's amazing what can get done when no one minds who gets the credit." How do we create an empowering culture? Good question. So let's take a look at some ways in your guide. First, you have to encourage creative free market thinking, and this has to be communicated from the top. People want to hear they have permission from their leader. Secondly, you must allow the leaders around you to challenge the process. Too often, leaders fail to discern the difference between the what and the how. The what, vision and mission, should not change in most cases, but the how can be changed. When we try to manage both the what and the how, we eventually lose control of both. Thirdly, create an atmosphere of encouragement. George Matthew Adams once said, "Encouragement is oxygen for the soul. No one ever climbed to great heights without it." If you haven't done the assignments from the previous lessons, you still have a chance. Determine the 4 most desirable qualities you want your team to display that you are willing to model and expect. Remember the 4 qualities Chris Hodges uses and shared with us. 1. Maintain passion. 2. Value people, all people. 3. Pursue excellence because excellence creates comfort. 4. Choose attitude, model, and expect the right attitude in all situations. Those are his 4 that you can adopt for yourself or let them inspire you to come up with your own. Have you decided who you are going to recruit for your team? If so, have you scheduled time to let them know? And when will you let them know you are about to start the equipping process? That's all for this lesson. I'll see you soon for the final lesson on the final pillar, the 6th step of reproduction.